Hello and welcome to another Let's Play. Me, GamerWolfSix of Major Minor. Before we start, if you're interested in playing this game, you can get it on Steam for free. I do want to note, I wonder why these two characters are on the main screen. I know the guy on the right has some very important thing, I don't know what, but then the one on the left, the one on the right, is their rival, I guess. And maybe more. There's always more, I guess. You know, because he's, like, personnel is important, she's tech is important. Also, as you can see here, I only got one true ending, and I did kind of look on Steam stuff, and, you know, to feel around for stuff. There's apparently 10 chapters, and to get the true ending, you need 10 flags. It was kind of weird. It's not that you have to get specific choices, you have to get like 10 true flags. There's 14 in the game, but then also, apparently, I guess the true ending flags go over. So we're probably going to have to redo this game eventually. I'm just going to see where I'll go anyways. Didn't see a different ending. But when we do that, I'm not going to read everything out loud, you know? Because that would take way longer and hurt my throat. So yeah, on the last Let's Play we had a conference where Sin said he was hiring Max, which made the guy on the left in the previous screen very unhappy. And then Eclair asked if, you know, she would be able to maybe mend bridges, and I was like, be hopeful. Anyways, I guess a lot has happened over the last couple hours. Life in the business moves pretty darn fast. I hope I can keep up with all this. My next step was Singe's office. He wanted to have a conversation with me and Keela. I wonder what it was about. I hope that he'd let us stay and tour with Daz. I'd rather all of my work not be for nothing. I did get an addiction to caffeine. And I did get to spend lots of time with everybody, especially if we weren't able to leave the building. I doubt it would be as bad as Archon thought. Not Archon. Only Max and Singe could set off the weapons. At the moment, they were on the same side. They were both in this to protect all of us. Fingers crossed. I felt at ease. But that was very short-lived. Tone on my phone echoes through the empty hall. I hesitantly check the text messages, and completely unaware of what awaits me. It's a penis. But after reading what I was about to, I knew things would never be normal again. One of your friends will die today. It will be your fault. You're not the only one blessed with powers from the Ark. Things will be more fun from now on. Good luck. So like die? Oh, bugger. Well, at least when I did Wooden's a Change, that one was much more easier to pick stuff than this. Except I did revert just slightly when doing the last heart-to-heart for, what was it, Pro? Yeah. Before your arrival in Tokyo, and before the launch of the contest. So, if I may reiterate, I've recently engaged in a bargain, and my claim is this. Is Dominion? And my claim is this. Is Dominion? Not only over Earth, but over its people too, and the flow of time therein. I am certain that you would like this power. In your line of work, it would be essential. Am I correct that you agree? Yeah, but interesting. Well, I thought she had, you know, some sort of connection, but I didn't think she was the other person that had these powers. Very interesting. All of that is contained in this? And such a fragile-looking necklace. Fragile? The gears of fate are anything but. They spin in spite of defiance. Like a drill, moving forward in revolution. Time is not easily stopped. It is fickle and moves with vigor. So what? I can control time? In a way. What has happened cannot be changed, but you can stop it or slow it down. Like a river, it can flow or be still. The gear gives you power to do this. So let's say I believe you, which I am inclined to. I mean, just look at where I'm standing. I imagine all of the people I could save. Those that are struggling or in danger. But I sense you want something in return. You wouldn't just hand over this power. I'm glad you're as smart as they say. The truth is, I grew tired of this place. The Ark is fun for a time, but my ambitions have grown larger. I seek a worthy successor, someone to rule in my stead. However, this is more than just time. The power of the Ark runs deeper. So this gear is just a taste, Indeed. The Ark governs life and death as well, so what would his ambitions be afterwards? This renders the driller immortal. Dweller. Governs life and death. You mean you can bring back the dead? Yes. Or I can cause the living to die. Something I fear I'll be doing more of. But you said you couldn't reverse time. It's true, I can't. But time and life are separate entities. I'm not sure how to explain the difference. It's a concept hard to put into words. It's easily understood in practice. If you become my successor, you'll see. You mean there's a chance I might not be? I didn't realize this was a gamble. I thought you were making me an offer. Of course this is a gamble, Max. You're not the only one who will be chosen. There will be a few contestants, along with a goal and an objective. I can't just give the Ark away, not without finding a worthy owner. It is your goal to prove that worth, and there'll be others in your way. Very well then. What are your terms? Ryu lets out a sinister smirk. The terms are simple. Pay very close attention. Chapter 5. Brief reprieve. I do feel kind of bad that I don't get the true ending, but... And had a little bit of spoilery. I saw a figure, and what might be the choice of the non-true end? Yeah, I guess that's life. Present day. How are you holding up? Thirsty or hungry? Neither, just feeling lonely. With me right beside you? I'm not sure if I should be offended. I thought it was pretty good company. Oh, I didn't mean it like that. Of course you're good company, Kaylin. It's just I'm missing lots of people. That's, and it's wet. And dark. But you're an otter. No wait, are you? Maybe a stoat. Well, wet is good. Humidity helps. You don't want to dry out in a cell. Trust me, it's an awful experience. I know you say you're not hungry, but I've been monitoring your eating. You'll starve if you don't have some more. Just ration this bread, Kabus. Not a chance. That's yours. No, really, I can survive on little food. Your body isn't used to that, though. I can tell this situation is foreign to you. It seems to be the opposite for you. Spend a lot of time in prison, Kaylin? more than I'd like to admit. And being in prison isn't all that bad. Excuse me? I always seem to find a way out. This time will be no different. We're alive, so that means one thing. They want us alive. If they didn't, we'd be dead by now. Okay, you could find that reassuring. I am afraid I won't share that sentiment. Fire would never keep someone alive. Would never keep somebody alive? Not unless they're important to him. So for now, we get free food and shelter. With a side of torture, you mean. Your optimism is an inspiration. It's just who I am. Think of it like this. Every time they take me out for torture, I can mentally map more of the estate. I can have it all down in no time. I'll have it all down in no time. Then we can plan our escape. I'm used to torture, trained to resist it. I'll make sure they always take me. Besides, I have some letters to send out. Would be a better time to do it. How would he send the letters anyways? Does he have like somebody to contact within? I hope my friends are getting them. Nope, they aren't. I know this place inside out. I can definitely help you, but I can't just let you suffer in my stead. Of course you can. That's what buddies are for. Buddies? Yeah. I want to help you out, Kabus. That's why I gave you my bread. And I'll make sure they don't hurt you. I don't think I can repay you for this. Well, you could tell me about yourself. If we're buddies, I should get to know you. I suppose that is fair exchange. Will you tell me about yourself too? Sorry, I don't really do that. The bread and care will have to suffice. Oh. But please, do tell me. I don't ask unless I genuinely care. Galen lets out a soft smile. Well, it's just like I said at the rally. I don't remember much, but I'm not Terran. The first thing I remember is Lord Player. I'm sorry to hear that. Must not be a pleasant first memory. Heh, in this case you're wrong. I look back at that memory very fondly. Were it not for Player, I'd be dead. Back then, he was different. Treated me as if I were Terran native. Like I was his own flesh and blood. But everything changed, and so fast. Politics turned him into a different man. He's much easier to coerce and influence. He only cared about his following. He lost sight of his true self. But I suppose it's collateral damage. Not many people stick to their views, especially when others don't share them. He started telling people what they wanted. No longer did he talk about what he wanted. It was all about pleasing the population. It can be addicting, having power. Having people cheer your presence. I can see how that changed him. I guess he gave in. That's why I started to feel neglected when he would rarely speak to me. That must be hard. Having a father figure treat you in a way. Also, he has rags and a rope for a belt. Like, before even, I think. This is why he decided to speak up? No, that was for a different matter entirely. A lot has changed when Riley came on board. Riley. Oh yes, the imperial-looking guy. He's supposed to be Player's advisor. But it was more like he owned Lord Player. Suddenly, Riley was the one in charge. He made him do some horrible things. What do you mean? This isn't the only cell down here. There are others filled with people. He's keeping undocumented immigrants. Riley convinced him to do this. The immigration stance was his idea. Player loved immigrants. He loved me. They're able to get a steady supply. Something about two men with connections. They came to a sort of agreement, but they kept everyone alive, so it's not like they wanted to kill him. It's more like they want to ostracize them. He thinks it will make Terra better, but that hurts me, it really does. I wouldn't be part of this new Terra. I heard him talking with Riley. If elected, he'd make even more prisons, immigration camps or something like that. Place to keep them while he works. He wants to sever Terra's connection, remove us from the galactic community. But that's far too dangerous, Kalen. We know what happened when Velasquez tried. This is not to be trifled with. I find this all hard to believe. So, we're not really alone down here? Not at all. But getting back on topic, all of this is Riley's doing. It makes Player do these awful things. But it's still Player himself that does them. His hands have gotten so dirty, Kalen. While Riley's remain as clean as ever. Wait, you don't mean... Yes, he's setting Player up. He wants to remove Player from the picture. Then he'll be free to usurp the campaign. Okay, now I'm a little confused. You say it's Riley behind all of this. Then why did you frame Player at the rally? Riley must believe that he's winning. That way, he can let down his guard. I got help from an assassin, Edmillion. Together we created a fake manifest. That's what I submitted at the rally, and that's what started all of this. You must have thought I was stupid, turning against Lord Player so easily, especially with evidence forged in haste. It did seem a little odd, but now I understand why. So, what's the next step? Hopefully, Player can realize the truth. After this, he'll want to escape blame. Maybe he'll place the pieces together. Hopefully, in doing this, he'll realize that's when the both of us come in. Assuming he learns of your guild heritage. He'll realize he can't escape the storm. At that point, he'll seek protection. And that's exactly what you can offer. He should come down here to talk, and that's when we can barter. Use your services to gain freedom. You thought all this through? I did. Sorry if it's complicated. But if we protect Player, we can use him. His testimony will help expose Riley. Of course, they'll lose all validity. No one will vote for these two men. And it will secure an election for Velasquez. I've misjudged you. I'm impressed. Most do. That makes it easier. I can avoid suspicion and detection. Wow, you think like a mercenary. You'd be a great addition, Kabus. Maybe the guild life would suit you. At least, that's the way I think. Anyway, always be steps ahead of the enemy. Then you'll be able to counter them. It's one of the first things I learned. I guess I wasn't lucky enough to learn it. All of this just came to me by instinct. Sounds lucky to me. So, what do we do? Just wait? That's all we can do, really. Wait for Player to come to his senses. Or perhaps, wait for him to get caught. And I still feel a bit miffed that I am not getting the true ending, but that's life, I guess. Wow, we screwed everything up, don't we? Can't even take a nap without ruining stuff. How do you think the king will take this? You know, that his savior is missing. He's going to be furious, Andy. Quiet. It's not the time or place for jokes. We have to figure out what happened. The Savior must be somewhere nearby. There's too much on the line to leave this. We have to figure it out, and fast. Sorry. But maybe he just left of his own will? I mean, we never had him in shackles. They always seemed to have the freedom to walk. But we explained everything. We explained things so well. I'm certain we had their allegiance. They can't have just walked away. Look around for clues. There's more here, I know it. Oh, we're detectives now? Did I just sleep through the meeting? Conrad, enough. Sorry for yelling. Would you please help me look around? Look for elements of foul play. Then we can decide our next actions. Yeah, I'm on it. And I'll try to keep low on the jokes. I didn't realize this was a hot topic. Just a hard habit to kick. Especially when it's second nature, you know? I understand. Thanks. We start looking over there, and I'll get this half of the room. I appreciate it. They can't have gone far either, so the faster we find a lead, the better. I spend a few moments scouting the room. After a few moments pass, Edmilian makes a discovery. Conrad. Yeah? Come here. I found something. What is it? It's blood. Wait, the Savior's blood? I don't know, but it's a tattered piece of clothing. I'd recognize it anywhere, Conrad. Lord Player was here. That's impossible. We're still on good terms with him. Edmilian holds up a piece of fabric. The blood has long since dried. Well, who else would wear this? There's no other explanation. I've seen him wear this many times. That's purely conjecture. We should look around a little more. He knew all about Lord Player. There's no way he'd leave willingly. Yet there are no signs of a struggle. Fabric was torn and blood drawn? That doesn't happen without a fight. They'd have to be something left behind. But everything is in pristine condition. Perhaps we're falling into a trap. Being tricked into thinking this way. This would be what the assailant wants. We were just next door at Million. We would have heard if anything happened. Think about this logically. No assuming. I'm not assuming anything, Conrad. The evidence is right before me. There's no mistaking what I'm seeing. Lord Player must have abducted the Savior. Well, we must make haste to his residence. Our guise has been broken. We can attack head-on. We would have heard the abduction, Edmilian. Think about this, I'm begging you. They could have spiked our wine, Conrad. I knew I slept longer than usual. Now you're being paranoid. Conrad, just stop it. We had someone capable of saving Terra, and now they're missing. With evidence. This is a perfectly logical conclusion. I suppose at first glance. Exactly, and there's a chance I'm right. We have to act on that, no matter how small. If we don't, the Savior could be killed. There'd be too much in the balance to debate. There is too much in the balance to debate. We need to take action before anything else. At least meet me halfway, Indy. We can't afford to be so reckless. What do you have in mind? Let's just pay him a visit. We can gauge how he treats us. We'll be able to tell pretty quickly. If he tries anything funny, then we'll act. But right now, it's not right to assume. He could be heading into a trap, you know? If we attacked first, he'd blow our cover. Then everything would just fall apart. That could easily be someone's true goal. Very well. Edmalion places a hand on Conrad's shoulder. But if he's holding the Savior, if he gets off the slightest suspicion, gives off, I will show him no mercy, I promise. Time? Ooh, 25. I think that might be a good time to call it if we don't have a save. Yeah, I guess that's a good time to call it. So anyways, end of this Let's Play. Please comment, because I like comments. Tell me what you like, dislike, tips, tricks, otherwise. If you like my YouTube and like see grow, then please like, subscribe, and share the videos that have grown. Please remember to spay near your animals to help control the pit population. And until next time, let's say, me, GamerWolfSix of Major Minor, a game I'm gonna have to play twice. At least for YouTube videos. So thanks and see ya.